First responders are getting help from kits that help calm down a chaotic situation.
I don't want a police interaction with individuals on the spectrum to be negative. I want it to be positive because there's a high probability that they could need us in the future, and I want them to know that they can trust us.
Modesto police are taking this step to better respond to some calls. The department recently became one of the first California agencies to be certified for what are called Carter kits.
Yeah, these sensory bags contain items that are meant to comfort people who have autism and help them communicate better with first responders. KCRA 3's Anahita Jafari shows us how this can help officers in an emergency.
We have a weighted blanket.
Most people will look at these items and think of them as just toys, but this red bag carries much more than that. It serves two purposes.
These sensory toys vary from squishy balls.
Bringing comfort to someone with special needs.
I saw him start to relax. He immediately started to play with the items.
And helping police do their jobs.
It helps individuals who are nonverbal be able to understand what's going on. We can point to what we're trying to communicate, and then always the end goal is to get somebody back home.
It all started 2 years ago when officers went to a call where a mother and son were having an issue.
The officer didn't really recognize the signs of what was going on and was talking to him as like a troubled teen you would, rather than an individual with special needs. And after a lengthy discussion with that mother, I realized that our department needed additional autism training.
In a situation like that, a red bag the size of a toaster, unzipped,
and individuals with communication issues
can make all the difference. Last month, it did.
It was kind of a traumatic situation for the kid, and so the kid was nonverbal with us. He wasn't talking with us after we removed him from that situation.
Items like these sunglasses
that can help with light sensitivity,
or even something to fidget with, can save the day.
We were able to use the Carter kits and some of the sensory toys in there to gain his trust and to kind of lower his walls. And after that, he was able to open up the line of communication with us and start talking to us and shared his name and kind of shared what was going on.
And when talking is not possible,
they can select items that they want, or they want headphones or sunglasses, a blanket or toy. All of those items are included in the Carter kit.
The communication cards can help.
Also on the back, how do they feel? Are they angry or sad? 1 through 5, they should be able to rate that.
In Modesto,
I think they're making a difference so far. So I think the future is bright for Carter kits here at Modesto PD.
I'm Anahita Jafari, KCRA 3 News.
The Modesto Police Department says that it hopes to get more of these kits to put one in each supervisor's vehicle for use.